Hello, students. Hello, stupids. Hello, students. Welcome to another exciting episode of Manhood Academy Podcasting. The professor is late to class. We're starting a little late. Professor tried to wake up super early at 6 a.m. and then go back to sleep and then wake up again. It does not happen that way. So next time, stay awake. Okay, let's see. We lost, well, you don't know this, but we lost last Wednesday's podcast, or Wednesday's podcast, due to a malfunction with the equipment, so we are never, ever using that new podcasting equipment again. I think the podcast right now sounds decent enough, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see here. We're going to cover DKO's post again. We already covered it, the students who were in class, but we're just going to lightly cover it. We're going to cover the key points. DKO's post. Okay, Paperclip and DVP.
Who do you want to read?
You can be DKO, and Paperclip, you can be Paperclip.
All right.
Hey, I know you. You're that girl I met at the porn shop, rewarding with attention in the brackets.
So I think they're typing to each other. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Paperclip, you're next, dude.
Paper's down. Paper down?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You are rewarding the girl with attention, but telling her you guys met at a porn shop has a negative association, so you're also punishing her.
I didn't mean it as a punishment, though. I was playing around with it just so I could get her attention. It was a pretext. Something that just came out of the blue, so I typed it.
Comments?
Comments is basically, he's just trying to protect himself with all these bullshit justifications.
Mr. Care Bear Stare.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. It's just...
No, Mr. Care Bear Stare, please do not suck on the microphone. It sounds like you're snorting coke right now.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, you're back. Okay, Paper.
You guys can hear me?
Yep, you're back.
Alright, cool.
Okay, go ahead. DVP.
Yeah? Oh. Girl, you're that creepy cunt who wants to fuck, punishing by scolding and ridicule.
LOL. I never heard a girl use the word cunt on a guy.
Haha, I know, me neither. I was laughing when I got that message. I almost wanted to just put, LOL, that's right. So what's your number so we can set up this fuck date? As a response to her and nothing else. Come to think of it, I think that would have been a better response than what I said in the original post. Besides my sandwich expectation, I had a bigger one, and that was to get her number.
Speak up, DVP. Alright, so what's the analysis?
There's more justification.
Yeah.
That is an incomplete thought. How about we have a complete thought?
Well, it's the same thing as this whole post is going to be him trying to protect his self-esteem and trying to hide that he's incompetent with all these justifications. He's basically lying to himself.
What section does that have to do with what is that? What section is that in the ebook, Paperclip? Section 2.
Section 2.
Starts with an E.
Oh.
Oh.
I know. We just covered this a couple days ago. I already forgot.
Starts with an EX. Starts with an EXP.
What's the first letter to the second word?
D.
D? Exposing dysfunction.
Close.
Exposing disorder.
There you go. Alright.
Yeah, baby.
So, anybody have the ebook handy to read that section?
Yeah, I'll get up.
We need that paragraph.
Fucking Adobe has to be so slow.
Adobe.
Section 2, yeah.
The cool thing is I have my hardback copy of the textbook, and if I actually knew what page it was on, I could just flip right to it. Mr. Care Bear Stare, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Section 2, Exposing Disorder. Look at all these colorful pictures in this book. It's so exciting to flip through.
How much is the hardcover copy?
30, I think, for the one that has black and white pictures, and then 84 for the one that has color
80.
pictures.
The book is expensive.
Yes. Exposing Disorder. Lack of social knowledge, poor social training, and social society's dysfunctional expectations create a self-loathing cycle within you. Painful social experiences reinforce your feelings of worthlessness. The more social frustration you experience, the more dysfunctional your attitude and behavior become. This leads to the development of self-defense mechanisms. You create distortions to excuse your lack of friends. You deceive yourself into thinking your situation is normal. You deny the painful truth of your condition to avoid dealing with it. You suppress anything that would expose your feeble, incompetent social skills. Looks like this is what's going on here. Okay, keep going.
Hold on, just give me a second to write this down.
Quote, DKO says, "Hula, lol. Whoa there, bitch. Make me a sandwich now." He put inappropriately rewarding with praise and stating expectation.
Where are you rewarding her in this sentence? You call her a bitch, punishing using scolding, and told her to make you a sandwich, punishing using ridicule. I'm assuming that you're ridiculing her when demanding a sandwich because she cannot send you a sandwich over the internet.
Okay.
I rewarded her when I said, LOL, whoa there, bitch, because I was approving of how she responded. That was my way of approving. I thought what she said was funny. I wasn't trying to punish her. I used to say, make me a sandwich now, to random online girls in public chats when I tried to get my expectations met from them before. And some of them would reply with, how would you like it made? Or, how? Then I'd explain, and then she'd make a cyber sandwich for me. I was just waiting for her to either tell me how or I see where I messed up. My expectation wasn't clear, and I believe, what the hell? My expectation wasn't clear, and I was being passive-aggressive.
Yes, not only was it not clear, it is, calling a girl a bitch. Anytime you're calling somebody a bitch, unless you have a really great relationship with her and she understands already that bitch is a term of endearment, she's going to take it as a punishment. Oh, there, bitch. Okay.
Me. Nobody likes a tough girl. Those are the ugliest types of girls on the planet, no matter how pretty they think they are. You gotta be kind and gentle like a kid and make me sandwiches when guys tell you to make them. So go make me my sandwich. Punishment by social pressure and negative association. Restating expectation.
Speak up!
I still don't know whether you expect her to make you a sandwich and have it magically appear in your house, or ridiculing her.
I wanted her to make me a cyber sandwich. I wasn't clear with my expectation. No, actually I just realized what I really wanted. That cyber sandwich was a stupid expectation for me. I wanted her to stop acting like a bitch.
Okay, so this guy kind of doesn't know what he's doing. Doesn't know what he's doing, but he does something really well, at least structure-wise, in this the first thing you read. Nobody likes a tough girl. Those are the ugliest types of girls on the planet, no matter how pretty they think they are. You gotta be kind and gentle like a kitten and make me sandwiches when guys tell you to make them. What is he doing right there, structure-wise?
He's telling her what she shouldn't do, and then he's telling her what she should do.
Yes. One of the most important things. If we had a model, everybody has all these models for behavior and what you should do when you're talking to people. I would say this is probably one of the simplest models to use, which is don't do this, do this instead. Don't do this, do it like this. So you tell people what they shouldn't be doing, and then you tell them your expectation. Here's what you should do. This is the thing that DKO has. This is what he's doing correctly, which is cutting off the dysfunctional behavior, don't do this, punishing, and then saying do this. Okay, I think we covered this insane EM report. This is actually, we could have covered it a little bit more in depth, but since we went into it twice, I can't handle that. I can't handle that EM report. Alright, next up to bat. Let's see here. Oh, we got Dr. Ladice on. Howdy, Dr. Ladice.
Welcome to the podcast.
Reminder, have 2 examples of what you consider good expression ready to go when you come to class. Anybody have an example of good expression? No.
Actually, hold on.
Oh,
I did.
You got one?
Just let me find him in my bookmark. It's right here.
Oh, you have one. Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Paper, you got one?
No.
Care Bear, got an example of good expression?
No.
Nope. No.
Actually, I might still have mine.
Where is it? Okay, it's a movie scene.
Movie scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a scene in the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Alright. Here, I'll link it in a second.
Why don't you just read it?
Goddamn advertisements.
Is it a movie?
No, it's just a little clip.
Well,
It's just a little speech.
Why don't you just read it?
Okay. Here it is. Where is the horse and the rider? Where is the horn that was blowing? They have passed like rain on the mountains, like wind in the meadow. The days have gone down in the west, behind the hills, into shadow.
Yes.
You have to. That's why I think this is a pretty poor example now that I think about it, because you have to see the scene for any of this to make any sense.
So this is a visual example, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
A good
Yes.
expression. Okay, a visual example. Well, that won't work on the podcast. Anybody have any written examples, oral examples? No? Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on to. We're gonna actually save that topic because maybe we'll try to do it next class. Oh, Bogler's dating profile. All right.
This should be interesting.
Go ahead, read that, Mr. Care
I was
Bear.
there when he did it.
Okay. I managed to type up a dating profile with editing help from Snaky Guy. This was discussed as an assignment in the podcast to be done by me over 6 months ago. I finally typed one up. I didn't do it then because I had no clue how to do a good job and I was being lazy. But like Plum, start with something even if it's bad. And then we can work from there. Well, here it is. Guys, you can chime in with your reviews, critics, and suggestions as well. Thanks. The
Thanks.
strategy... What?
Thanks.
Thanks, yeah. Welcome. What? So,
you said tanks, not thanks. I just thought that.
okay, so I need to continue. The strategy principles used were incentive, convey reactions in the beginning, and state expectations you expect from a girl in the end. As I was writing this, I thought I should eventually just state my needs in an attractive manner. Instead of incentive, first two paragraphs, and expectations in the end. I basically need to blend my incentive with my expectations, and not view and use them as two separate independent methods. But for now, this is the strategy I could come up with.
Okay, this is a very important what he stated, which I don't think a lot of people understand. Read that parentheses again, parentheticals part, but read it.
It's huge. I didn't know it was that long of a sentence in a parentheses.
Go ahead.
The strategy principles used were incentive, convey reactions in the beginning, and state expectations you expect from a girl in the end. As I was writing this, I thought I should eventually just state my needs in an attractive manner, instead of incentive first, two paragraphs, and expectations in the end. I basically need to blend my incentive with my expectations, and not view and use them as two separate independent methods. But for now, this is the strategy I could come up with.
Okay, what is he trying to say?
Convey your needs in an attractive manner. State them in an attractive manner.
Yes. Paper, what is he trying to say?
He's trying to say to convey his needs in an attractive manner.
What is he saying in the beginning he tried to do?
He wants to convey his reactions in the beginning, and then state his expectations in the end. The end.
What's the problem with that?
I don't know.
What's the problem with that, Mr. Care Bear there?
I don't know either.
DVP, what's the problem with that?
His expectations and his incentive should be one and the same.
Yeah, they should be the same thing. When he's stating his reactions, why is he stating reactions, Mr. Care Bear there?
To provide incentive.
For what?
So that he can build a relationship with the other person.
Right, his reactions are for the goal. For
Yeah.
the goal of building a relationship. So they're for his expectations. They're all combined. He's not just stating random expectations just because, right?
Yeah.
He's not stating random reactions. He's not just saying, oh, look at this bottle here, it's green. Oh, look at this wall, it's blue, it makes me feel sad. Oh, look at this coin I'm holding, it looks like a penny, it reminds me of my childhood. He's not just stating random reactions, is he? What type of reactions is he stating, Paper?
Reactions that will meet his expectations.
Yes, reactions that are related to his expectations or will meet his expectations. For instance, oh, I love the way your hair looks. Beautiful. I'm attracted to you. Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
Is that different from just saying, oh, look at the wall, it's brown. It doesn't make me feel that great. What's the difference?
That the first one is going somewhere. He's trying to lead it to a relationship, while the second one is not going anywhere. He's just conveying himself, but without any direction.
Yes, a lot of you guys like to just convey reactions just for the sake of practicing conveying reactions. The problem is, there's no direction. There's no expectation with your reaction. What Bogler is telling you is that, look, all the reactions you're conveying are for the goal of meeting your needs. They're for the goal of getting your expectations met. They're leading the other person in an orderly direction. They're to meet the social needs of both people, of both you and the other person in the relationship. So these reactions have to have a direction, ultimately. Yes, you could start off talking about your family and the weather and whatnot, but eventually it has to go towards your expectation. It has to meet your needs. It has to meet the other person's needs. The sooner, the better. The sooner you get to the point with your reactions, the better.
Good.
Good. Okay, so he starts off. All right, let's hear it, Mr. Care Bear.
So, continuing.
Yes.
I love how engineering makes amazing feats possible. It's one of the reasons I pursued electrical engineering. However, I am going to try contact administration at work.
Going to try to contact administration at work. Bogler, you grammar error maker. Okay, keep going.
I am going to try contact administration at work, and while this change makes me nervous about presenting proposals in front of important government officials, the praise from my boss, manager, and co-workers when I write amazing proposals excites me. It's like going to an African safari with my buddies where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I am nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
Okay, aside from Mr. Care Bear's piss poor reading of this paragraph, did anybody get anything out of this? If you're a girl reading this,
I think a girl's going to think it's going to be boring. Because I liked it, but I liked it because it's Bogler. I like it. I have a good relationship with him. I like that he's moving up on his job. I like that. But a chick who doesn't know him, I don't think that she's going to give a shit.
What about you, Mr. Care Bear?
Yeah, well, I get out how he looks these things, also how he looks his interaction with his boss, but it's not really interesting to me. And I find his analogy a bit surprising because it's too extreme. Going to an African safari is like too extreme to me.
Paper.
The analogies don't connect.
Okay.
I got bored when I read the phrases contract administration at work, managing coworkers, engineering, and important government officials. That to me just sounds like a bunch of technical jargon that I do not care about unless I knew him personally.
Right. So he's talking to a girl for the first time. She gives probably 3 fucks about this whole paragraph. If she had to listen to it the way Mr. Care Bear read it, she probably would have stopped and ran out of the room after the first sentence. Try it again, Mr. Care Bear, still. Read it so I actually wake up and pay attention.
So, do I read the
Yes,
same
read
paragraph
the same one.
It's the same one. Okay. So, I love how engineering make amazing feats possible.
No.
It's one of the
No, I fell asleep already. Start again.
Okay. So, try it 3. I love how engineering makes amazing feats possible.
Okay, start over. Take 4. And action.
I love how engineering makes
And
amazing
start
feats.
over. I fell asleep. Take 5. And action.
Okay. I love how engineering
And
makes...
start over. Take 6. And action.
Yeah, I cannot do it.
Keep going. Of course you can't do it. Keep
I
going.
love how engineering makes amazing feats possible.
And start over. Action. Take 7.
I love how engineering makes amazing...
And start over. Take 8.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you start sleeping after I read one word, you probably
Well,
need to
if you start sleeping after you read, if I start sleeping after you read 2 words there, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that I am monotone or that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe you need to change it and take
Yeah.
8
So, but when I have 2 words,
and take 8.
I love how engineering makes.
Oh, you learned. I don't even have to explain it to you. Amazing.
Cool.
Keep going.
It's one of the reasons I pursued electrical engineering. However, I am going to try.
I'm going to try to contact.
Yeah, I'm going to skip this part. However.
No, don't skip it. Go back to it. You just say, I'm going to try to contact the administration at work.
Okay. However, I am going to contact the administration at work, and while this change makes me nervous about presenting proposals in front of important government officials, the praise from a boss, manager, and co-workers when I write amazing proposals excites me. It's like going to an African safari with my buddies where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I'm nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
Last sentence was really weak. Read it again.
Okay. It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I'm nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
And take 3.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip.
And
but
take 4.
It's like going to an African safari. I mean, I
Keep
cannot relate
going.
to this guy.
Just keep trying.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip. but at the
And
same
take 6.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip.
And take 7.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip.
And take
But
8.
it's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip.
And take 9.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement.
And take 10.
Okay. I think we are going nowhere.
I think we're going a lot of wares. Let's go.
Just
Keep
keep
going.
trying. Yeah, okay. I mean,
Obviously,
I
the
don't
way
know
you're
what
reading it is wrong, so maybe you need to switch it. Keep going.
Slow down.
it's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from
And
the trip.
take 11.
Going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip. but
And
at the same-
take 11.
Dude,
I didn't
stop
forget what
rushing
take I'm
through it.
on. Keep going.
Stop rushing through it, dude. Just
Read nice.
absorb the thought. Relax and absorb the thought, and just
Yeah.
say how you feel when reading.
Okay, it's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the
And
trip.
take 12. You got it. Come on, let's go.
You can do it.
Okay,
Do it.
it's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip.
Oh, you're getting close. I was almost there. Take 13. So close.
Okay, it's like going to an the skin blurred. Excuse me, your screen blurred, and
Hold
I
on,
like
let's
to.
see if I can get it back here.
Okay. It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I am nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
Okay. Much better. Closer. It was so artificial on excitement, but I'll take it. It was much better than last time. I imagine all the excitement for the trip. Excitement from the trip. But at the same time, I'm nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals. Did you hear how I read it?
Yes.
See the keywords I picked up on?
Nervous, excitement.
Okay, read it again. It's like Mr. Care Bear.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I am nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
Oh, you blew it at the end.
You're trying
Take
too hard to
20.
get through it.
Keep going.
It's like going to an African safari with my buddies, where I imagine all the excitement from the trip, but at the same time, I'm nervous that if I don't watch out, I might get attacked by wild animals.
Oh, okay, close enough. I can't take it anymore. All right, here we go. What'd you think, Mr. Care Bear? You already told us what you thought, but give us your analysis of what could be improved here. What is he doing wrong, and what should be? How could he improve this?
Well, I'm not the instructor here, so I don't know the answer.
Your excuse is bullshit, and I expect you to know the answer because you're here to learn the
Okay.
answer.
I mean, there's very little reaction. I mean, he's trying to give a reaction, but I mean, what's excitement? What's excitement to him? I mean,
Oh, so you do know the answer. So your excuse was bullshit. All right, DBP. How could he improve this?
Well, for one thing, he's talking about his job. The only people, like, I'm going to use myself as an example. I care about his job because I have a relationship with him.
Yes.
People who are going to be reading this are people who don't have a relationship with him.
Yes.
So he's talking about his job. Why would they give two fucks about his job?
Yeah.
Why should they care if he's going to do this? So really, this whole paragraph is just bullshit. And I agree with Care Bear that the analogy is just too extreme to me. It's like over dramatic.
I think he could make somebody care about his job if it was actually described in a way that the person could relate to it. If they're not working with government officials or writing contract or trying to present proposals. What is a proposal? A person never presented a proposal before. Don't cough into the microphone.
I'm not.
If you're presenting a proposal. Wait, what?
Yes.
Hold on, I got thrown. Did you say you were or weren't coughing into the microphone?
No, when I cough, I put the microphone up to my...
I can still hear you. Cough into your elbow. Do a silent ninja cough.
Okay.
Okay, so the point is... What is the point?
Saying something about making the job relatable.
Yes.
And then something about proposals.
The proposal. Presenting a proposal. What is presenting a proposal, Paperclip?
For my... I don't really know. It's
Yes,
just,
you don't
You
know.
have an idea and you want to present it
The
to
point
government
is, you
or
don't
pass it.
know. You don't know. And you're reading this as a girl. So it's not relatable to you, so you don't care about it. So it has to be relatable to you as a girl. And if you're talking about a job, especially a technical job, you have to explain what you're talking about. What is writing a proposal? So there are all these general terms where it's almost